Hello, strong people. Week 7, day 3, technically, I guess. This is just my usual video going over everything I'm taking with me to the show. So, that's about it. Let's go ahead and see what I got. All right. So, this doesn't look like all that much stuff now that I'm looking at it. Usually, I feel like I have a ton of stuff. Oh, I did forget a couple things. Oh, pause this. There we go. There. All right. So this is my whole getup. This is everything I got that I'm taking with me, at least. Probably some baby powder too. I still have not checked the rules on that. But I'm gonna go event by event, just letting you know what I'm using. So I'm probably gonna butcher up the order of the events because I honestly don't know. I know event 1 is gonna be a max deadlift. So for that, I got my little deadlift slippers over here. I got my hard belt that's going over top of my soft belt here. And then I have my red straps over here from Cerberus. I like those ones a lot. They're tearing a little bit, but I prefer those over these ones. So these are my backup just in case. Event 2, and then baby powder if I'm allowed. So event 2, we got log ladder or trump log. I'm gonna try the trump log, so we'll go from ground up. So I got my Converse here. Let's see, then knee sleeves, and then my 2 belts here, and then elbow sleeves, and I don't wear wrist straps for log. I have before just because they were as part of like a medley with a circus dumbbell and an axle. But other than that, I don't like it. I don't like neutral grip pressing with wrist straps. So event 3, I believe, is wheelbarrow into arm over arm. I like these shoes for my moving events. I think they're Reebok Nanos or something. They're okay. I actually haven't thought this far through. Usually for, just now I'm thinking of this. Usually for farmers or something, I'll use a hard belt, soft belt combo. And I'll use knee sleeves. But for the arm over arm, I don't want to wear a belt. So I'll probably... I don't know. I'll probably throw the belt off after farmers, I guess, now that I'm thinking about it. So that'll be something I did not anticipate. I didn't think about that. That's my fault. So, and then knee sleeves most likely. But no grip stuff other than chalk for any of that. So I think event 3 is yoke. Yoke, I'm going to be wearing pretty much the same thing. These shoes, hard belt, soft belt, knee sleeves. And then after that, what do we got? Is that 4? That's 4 events, so 2 more. Sandbag toss. Sandbag toss, I don't like to wear anything other than, clothes, of course, and my Converse. So some people wear Olympic lifting shoes. I don't like that, so my preference is the Converse for now. I don't know if I wear knee sleeves for that or not. I don't normally, so I don't want to, but I also don't want to put them back on for the sandbag load at the end. So I don't really know there. But anyway, moving on. So the sandbag load is last. I'm going to be wearing Converse for that, hard belt, soft belt. I'd like to put on my knee sleeves for that probably, just because it's a bunch of front squats basically, and then a bunch of chalk, of course. So that's pretty much everything. Plus my bands here. You always bring bands for warming up. It's stupid to not have these, in my opinion. Not all shows have great warm-ups. I don't anticipate that being the case for this one. But generally speaking, bring some bands. There's no point not to. So that's really about it. So if you guys have any questions about why I'm using what I'm using, let me know. Or like what I'm using, brands, whatever. I'm not tied to any of these brands, so I just like using what I like. This is like the only stuff I've ever used. I've used a different belt before, a Rogue belt. It was fine, but it wasn't this belt. Cerberus soft belt, that's my second soft belt I've ever had. I had this Evolution Athletics one first, but it was their first gen one. It was way too big, way too thick. It was more of a regular belt than a soft belt, so I got rid of that. SPD sleeves, only sleeves I've ever used. These are still my original ones. I love Cerberus straps. I just prefer them over others. These things kind of suck. I'm going to get rid of these soon, I'd imagine. Could probably replace these. Maybe these. I don't know. I like what I got, and it's been working, so let me turn the camera around. All right. So that's pretty much all there is. I don't have anything else to really talk about this prep. I'm just excited to go compete again. I needed something to train for. What I will mention, I'm pretty annoyed about this, actually. It's whatever now, but it's more just like it's kind of unacceptable in a way. So, the reason I signed up for this show originally was because I needed something to compete for, and there was no big shows out. There just wasn't anything between like now and July. There was like 3 months there where I just had nothing to train for, competition wise. And I needed something, because usually there's some early OSG qualifiers, but there weren't any. There was one in like January. There's 3 in August. I think maybe 1 in July, somewhere in there. I think there's another one. I could be wrong. But one just popped up yesterday. An OSG qualifier popped up yesterday. It's in 1 month. It's the end of May. How can you do that? How can you throw a slap an online or not online? Excuse me. I did some cardio before this, so I'm getting all the gas out. But how can you just slap an OSG qualifying logo on a show you're putting on a month out, and just, it's ridiculous. That's like local comp style stuff. I would have done the show. It's the whole way in Reno, Nevada, and I would have done this show had I known about it 3 months ago, probably. Which is how it should be for that. For shows like that, when you need the best guys, because this is for OSG. This is for like the show to get to the top level. Well, the only official qualifying route. So it blows my mind that you can just do that, and it's only the winners get the invites rather than the top 3, rather than podium. I don't get that. And it's capped at 40 people, which also doesn't make sense. There's like nobody signed up right now. So maybe that's why they did it, to get more people. So they slapped an OSG logo on it and said, here you go. It's 7 events. I love the events. Like 2 presses, a nice, like a max elephant bar deadlift, a bunch of cool stuff that I wanted to do so bad. I would have loved to have done that show. I would have waited. I would have done that show rather than this one. But too late now, so I mean, it's not too late technically. I could just, I really don't want to book a last-second trip to Reno, Nevada and spend all that money to compete on like a really short prep. I don't know. It just doesn't seem like it makes sense, but that's enough complaining. It was a good prep. I don't have much to complain about as far as prep goes. So we'll see just how that, pans out this Saturday. So pretty excited. What are your guys' predictions? What do you think is going to happen? Do you think I'll win? Do you think I'll lose? That's really the only options. If it's not first, it's last, Ricky Bobby. So I don't really care about much else, but we'll see what happens. I'll check in with you guys after the show early next week, maybe Sunday, who knows. But until next time, go out, get strong, stay strong, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.